Hey guys, welcome back to Mr. Nyland's office, otherwise known as his porch with his cool stuff in it. Time for another library skills lesson, and this time we're going to talk about something kind of interesting. First, the word of the week, comprehension, the act or ability of understanding something. Teachers are always talking about comprehension and testing you for your comprehension. That means they're checking to see if you understand what you read, and that's one of our big goals, to make sure you understand. And one of the books that you understand the least when you read it sometimes is your textbook. Your book from your classes. Sometimes it's hard because, oh my goodness, math. Read my math book and understand it. That can be kind of tough sometimes. So I'm going to talk to you about getting the most out of reading your textbooks. Okay? Always, first of all, read completely. Use these tips to better comprehend what you're reading. So you want to read the whole chapter, but here's some tips on how to comprehend and get the most out of your textbook, okay? So first, two important things. Go to the questions at the end first. This helps you find out the important parts of the book, okay? This isn't a substitute for reading. This helps you say, wow, these parts, they're asking questions about them, so they must be important. Okay, so that can help you kind of hone in when you see other things. Okay, next, read the final summary of the chapter next. That gives you background about the main topics. And then read the chapter introduction. Get the main idea of the chapter first. So guys, experts in colleges, this sounds weird, but you go to the end first and then you read the introduction. They say that helps you retain things and helps you get to the main points better. Okay? So those are the first couple things you do. Then look at the headings and the subheadings. These are, I'm going to show you examples of what these are. These help you pin down things and will help you save time. So if you're looking for a certain thing in a chapter, you could read the whole chapter again, and then read it again, and then read it again. Or you could say, I've read the whole chapter, I've checked the beginning and the end, I've done the things Mr. Nyland said. Now I'll look at those headings, because that gives you an idea of what's going on. So here's an example, guys. Headings and subheadings. The main heading, that big thing on top, the stuff they don't tell you at the academy but should. And the next heading, if you can see it, it says mind setting. So if you were going to read that, first of all, you could read the main heading. You'd know what the overall thing was about. Then you could read the headings, the subheadings, and it can break it down. So if you had a question about mind setting, you'd go, oh, look, this heading says mind setting. I can go straight to that part. Okay, but again, reading the entire thing first is the main step. That's the main first step. Then the next step is checking those headings and seeing if you can find out what's going on by limiting your choices and getting to the specific part of the text that makes sense. Okay, the next thing, focus on what's important. Look for the text in bold print or printed in a different color. Have you noticed in your textbook, sometimes there's vocabulary words and they're always highlighted in yellow or they're always a different color. That's a great clue to help you get the most out of the book. Okay, when you go back to look, you don't have to search all over and read everything. Look for those highlighted ones and the ones in a different color or the ones that are bold, and that will help you pin down where you need to look. Other important things, read for key details, then read for supporting details. Okay, read the important part first and then try to find the things that support it. Wording in questions sometimes is different from wording in the textbooks. This is one of the ways they test to see if you comprehend. A question, or in a textbook, it might say something about sailing ships, but in the question, it doesn't use the word sailing ships, but they kind of phrase the question in a way that makes you know that's what they're talking about. Okay, so make sure you remember that, and you're not going to understand that unless you read the whole thing, use these tips to use headings, subheadings, and all these things, and then it'll help you really focus in on what you're doing. So those sheets will go to your teacher, and you can get those from them to help you. And that can help you read a textbook more effectively. Now, since I have a little extra time, I wanted to show you another cool thing. Since I'm into books, I'm also into old books. This book is from 1903. It's called Young People's Library of Entertainment and Amusement. Now, look at that picture on the cover. Profusely illustrated. Now, look how fancy this book is. Isn't that cool? I love having this book around just because it's so cool and fancy. Now, it had pretty different sections back then, so read the heading on this. Pathetic selections? What in the world is that about? That just means sad stories. That's all that means. Now there's some pictures of kids during the modern age having fun. Look at those outfits. Look at those girls in their basketball outfits. Those are outfits from that time when they were out there exercising. Then they had something amazing. Oh my gosh, you think you guys have modern stuff? Look, it's a picture of the brand new wireless telegraph. They can actually send a wireless message all the way across that river. Oh, it's amazing. And then, you know how you wear certain things for gym? This is what they wore back then. Here's some exercises they did. And look, you got your long sleeve shirt on, you got your long pants on, and you got to just follow that form exactly. Think how cool your gym class is. You didn't have to wear street clothes like that with it buttoned all the way up to here and do those certain exercises. Pretty cool, huh? Just thought I'd show you that. All right, hope you take those tips on how to read a textbook. That will help you out and make your research and everything much more effective. And that's your lesson for the day. Have a good one and do your school work. See ya.